Good morning, everybody. It's cool. Well, it's a little bit warmer than it was last weekend. We're about December the 30th. We're getting closer and closer to the new year. I just wanted to leave a quick commentary, and I know that there's going to be a lot of people who will be upset by this, and there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be happy with what I say. There's been a lot of talk on the internet, especially Facebook and some of the other places, about Alberta Separation. And maybe a little history will help, because it's not going to happen. It's not even going to come close to happening. The petition that was gathered around by Thomas Lukaszuk has already pretty much pointed that back out. The thing is that in the last gasps of separation in Alberta was the old Western Canada Concept Party, and people my age will still remember very well when Gordy Kessler won the old Didsbury by-election for the Western Canada Concept. Here's the thing. That was then. Alberta was just population just over 2 million people. Most people still lived out into the rural areas, not in the urban areas. And when in 1980 things went south of the border and the Alberta economy collapsed because OPEC opened the pipes wide open and the price of oil just got decimated, people began to leave Alberta again. And the Opportunity Alberta of the 1970s became more of a liability. And it took me out of Alberta. It took me out of my prairie home, and I moved to Toronto because Toronto at that point in time had still not moved into the technological age, and it was still very much an industrial city with factories everywhere. And I was able to find a job, meet my wife. And then in the 1990s and 1997, things in Ontario had changed. People were starting to be put out onto the streets. The rents were going stupid. The idea of a house becoming investment capital or tax sheltering became the in thing. And people really started to suffer there. So I went home. And of course, immediately found a job and began working again as the oil was still booming. However, Alberta was receiving less benefit for it because under Peter Lougheed, the Alberta government received 60% of each barrel of oil they pumped. Under Ralph Klein, they received 2.7% per barrel, and most were on royalty holidays. Here's the thing, folks, and for those people who keep telling us, stop fueling the fire of these racist arseholes still stuck back in the dark ages about Alberta separation. You know, I'm tired of it. It's not going to happen. Danielle Smith is not going to be the next premier of Alberta. Nancy will be the next premier of Alberta. It's pretty much that simple. And truth be known, and what a lot of people don't realize, is a couple of thousand votes the other way in the right ridings, and Rachel Notley would still be premier of this province. But here's the thing. Separation is dead. You're not paying attention because Danielle Smith is keeping you off guard. And what Danielle Smith is now doing is she's starting to destroy the basis of Medicare and our social safety net structure. And by keeping you on the hot seat over separation, she's succeeding. Leave it alone and pay attention to what she is really doing. Otherwise, we'll lose Medicare, amongst other programs that Albertans so desperately need. Have a good day. Bye now.